you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm just tired from that tour, man. The run was real.
Yeah, the tour. You finished the tour just recently. So the 21st was the last day.
Yeah, the 21st was the last day. I stopped in Philly, check on some of the homies over there before I got back to New York.
Okay, okay, that's good, good. So I'm just gonna ask you some questions about adventure music and everything that you got going on now. Um,
All
um,
good.
yeah. So what's going on with that adventure music and everything? Because I see that you got that, and you got Clash TV app. What's going on with that and everything?
Well, adventure music I've been doing for over 7 years now, going on 8 years.
Hmm.
And May 1st will make 8 years. So it's about empowering independent artists to own, operate, and monetize their business. We're up and running. We've been going, and all I've been doing is trying to do that ever since I started. Not trying, doing that since I started. We got well over 5,000 plus artists on the platform. Never really truly had a marketing campaign. I do everything grassroots, and that's why you see me on these tours.
Hmm.
So I pull up in people's city because I feel uh, those inner cities need the help the most with all the growth and emergence of independent artists. They need that help. So that's what I do. I pull up and bring my team out there. We do a seminar to educate and teach them how to actually own, operate, monetize their business and have them ask questions and the changing times that's always going on in this music industry and
Hmm.
teach them that what to look for, what to be aware of, and then let them perform because all artists need to have a stage to sharpen that knife. If you understand, you're only gonna get better because you're performing in front of strangers, people you don't know, and in honing in on your talent and your craft of what you do. So that's why I give them that opportunity as well.
And that's
And
definitely a
then
great opportunity.
Clash TV is another component I just started partnering
Mhm.
with a guy named Ivan Isakov, um, dear friend now. And that platform is a live streaming platform that is it pays better than all the other platforms out there, and it gives all these creators an opportunity to a place to put their podcasts or their content that these other places are not allowing them to. And there's also a way that inside of that platform, Clash TV, that you'll be able to make money from watching people's platforms. So it's a twofold. It's like, when I seen that opportunity about empowering people, that if you're just watching or using the platform versus you have to be the creator, um, you could be both and generate revenue. And I know this day and age, that's something that uh, these young kids, these Z's, these millennials, they all want.
Hmm. Yeah, they
Shit,
just.
I want it. I'm not a young kid. I would love to be able to be watching someone shit and earn income while I'm watching your podcast or anyone else's podcast.
Yeah, definitely good to earn income on watching the podcast and everything. That's definitely something that definitely needs to be done and everything.
Yeah.
And is it like if the artists want to sign up for Clash TV or anything like that, how do they go about doing that?
Just go download the app. You
Just
download
that.
the app on the store, one of those app stores. We're with Android and in Apple. So you could go to either one of those app stores and go download the app, and you're good. You could get it. We do we do MMA, we do
Mhm.
boxing, like MMA fights. We do, all the street ball across the country. We cover these games. We're starting to cover all the high school games, and then we'll go into football. And we're just growing. It's a business that we're developing and growing. So, you could come in at the grassroots level. You know what I mean?
That's definitely dope.
Yeah.
And with adventure music, I know you said with the independent artists, they could stream their music with adventures music. As an artist, I know how people could sign up for WorldStar, distribute on Spotify. How would they get with you to sign up with it? Or is it something they just register or go to the website? How they?
Yeah, they go right to the website, sign up. There is a fee of $150. You sign up and pay, but it's a one-time fee, lifetime membership,
Oh, that's
unlimited
good.
releases. So again, what that means is if you're on all these other platforms, you constantly pay them every year something for the use of that. And then if you don't pay them, they remove you from all your platforms you're on, which is completely counterproductive from a business standpoint, from a music business standpoint. Because just imagine you put up your record and then 5 years later, 3 years later, you can't hear it. No one knows about it. That to me is completely backwards.
Yes.
And that's what all these platforms do. So I didn't want to give that approach. I wanted to make it where it sits, it lives and breathes there forever. And, you know, this way you could catalog, and then 20 years later, you could still make money on that same record, where if it's gone, you'll never have a chance to make $1.
Yeah. And yeah, because I know that a lot of these streaming platforms, they charge monthly. So you got to pay the monthly fees.
You'll far surpass my $150 fee if you're really serious about your work and about your artistry of putting out music. And, you know, today, artists should be looking at quantity and quality, right? I always tell people, look at music as food. There's like over 100,000 uploads into Spotify daily. Okay, that's a lot of content. How is someone going to find your content? So if you think of it as food, if you stop putting your plate out for people to eat, they're going to go find food somewhere else. So you have to be consistent in your approach of the amount of content you're putting out, and you have to be quality. Again, your best product every time.
Yeah, and that's I be telling artists that I work with, like, you need to be consistent. A lot of artists, they say they want to do it, but they're not consistent, and I see it with a lot. And like I told them, it's all about how you market yourself. It is a different day from back then, because everything is how you gift wrap yourself. Yep, how you gift wrap yourself to everybody and everything.
That's right.
So that I'm definitely going to send more artists your way to check out that adventures. That way, they can sign up through you.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. And then what I could do with you, if that's the case, there's an affiliate program that I have set up. So everyone that would sign up, you would get a piece of that money that comes in from me, you would get. And that's what I do for all my affiliates. Where are you located?
I'm from Boston, but I'm located in Georgia now. So I'm in Georgia. I'm right outside of Atlanta, about 30 minutes from Atlanta. So I'm down here now.
But we have affiliates all over. Like that's why I went into Philly before I came home. Go talk to a couple of my dudes that are my representatives out there that are actually pushing adventure music to all artists. And when they get their client, they get a piece of the generated revenue from that artist. So for me, it's a way to make. It's like it's my new version of A&Rs. And I'm sure you're going to start seeing all these other platforms doing what I do. They all copy me every time I do something. So, I try not to tell all my secrets, because once I do, I know they're listening and watching, and then next you know, they're imitating. And they may have more resources than me because their approach is different. I'm spending money. I'm not making money in the sense like that. It will generate money like that, but it's at this point, at the level I'm at, it's not there yet. But it's all right because I'm doing it for the people. I'm doing it for the art. And I'm blessed to be able to do that. You know, I'm in that position financially that I could afford. Like this tour, it cost me a lot of money to move my whole team to your city to do a showcase. There's not a lot of money in showcases. And I'm sure if you did one, or if you've been seeing it, you sign up artists. I charge $100 a song, which to me is more than fair for me to be there to listen to your music and perform. And I charge basically $20 for the seminar.
Yes.
So again, you can do the math. It's not a lot of generated revenue. Now, it doesn't lose money when I have a successful thing and makes a few bucks, but it's not money that's going to change my life in any way, shape, or form. I'm really doing it for all the artists, and I bring a staff and a team with me, hotels and, traveling just alone. Anyone could do the math and say, man, there's no real money there. But at the end of the day, I do it because I'm doing it for the people. So adventure music, everything I do is for the independent artists to make sure they get the best opportunity possible.
Yeah, that's definitely great because I know when I did DVD and what I'm doing now, I was traveling different states. I did New York, dealt with independent artists out there.
Sure.
Dealt with independent artists in Georgia and Massachusetts. I was traveling, even with my interviews, even with the mixtapes I released. It's
Yeah.
all independent artists. It's like my first DVD was done in Boston because that's where I'm from. So I did that with artists out there. Then my second one, I got with people in New York. They liked what I did in Boston. They called me up there. Went to Queens, filmed a bunch of artists out there that were independent. So I definitely understand the independent artists. Definitely need
And
it.
that grind that it is, financially,
Yeah.
right? If you're
If you're
out
out
there
there
spending
spending
that
that
money,
money,
that
that
financial
financial
grind,
grind,
Hmm.
it's
it's
on
on
you,
you,
and it
and
is
it is
what it
what it
is.
is.
So
So
it's
it's
nothing
nothing
wrong with
wrong
it.
with
It
it.
is,
But
but you have
you
to
have
be
to be
prepared for
prepared
that.
for that.
Which,
Which
I'm like
I'm
I
like I
said, I'm
said, I'm
blessed,
blessed,
and I
Hmm.
and
can
I can
afford to
afford to
do it,
do it,
and I
and I
love
love
doing what
doing
I'm
what I'm
doing.
doing.
Hmm. I definitely love doing what I'm doing too, giving people a chance and stuff. A lot of times I try to get to where people at to do the interviews, but they also have Zoom, so I know that because I know I'm supposed to go out there in I'm supposed to go to New York in January or February. I have an artist I work with out there in Queens, out in 40 Projects. He's looking for a video to be done. So sometimes I do it on the strength because I know him and I've been working him
Yeah.
for years. So I'm going out there to do
What's
some
the
What's the
name of
public.
name
the
of the
artist?
artist?
Bobby Garcia,
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 Bobby
Bobby
Garcia,
Garcia,
yes, from 40 Projects.
from
from
40
40
Projects.
Projects.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
not
familiar
familiar
exactly. I
exactly. I
do
do
think I
think I
believe
believe
know the
know the
name, but
name,
I
but
don't
I
know
don't know
him.
yeah.
him.
He works with Mr. Cheeks. He did a lot of songs with Mr. Cheeks from the Lost
Yeah,
Boys.
Yeah,
I
I
definitely know
definitely
the
know the
name.
name.
Mm,
I
I
just don't
just
know
don't
him
know him
personally like
personally
that.
like that.
yeah.
My
My people's
people's
all
all
over
over
40
40
projects over
projects
there,
over there,
so I
so
know
I
a
know
lot
a
of
lot of
people
people
over
over
there
there
and
and
everything.
I worked with him when I was in Bays with MTM Boys, um, more than Music Boys. So then in Shadyville, I worked with Rock On.
I don't hear. There you go.
Yeah, but I know I worked with Sadie's Mike from he's from Baisley. That was the first DVD I did out there. It was in Baisley and
That's
everything.
Supreme's hood. Yeah. So Supreme, shout out Supreme. You know what I'm saying? Free Supreme. Uh,
Yeah,
that's basically that's his hood. I'm over there all the time with all them homies over there.
yeah. So I filmed in there. I filmed in 40. I filmed in Shadyville. So I was brought all over. I linked up with I don't know if you heard of Bad Company when they was out there, Sandman and stuff like that. Um
Okay.
I linked rest in peace Sandman. But I linked with a lot of them and they introduced me. They took me to Baisley. That's how I met Mercedes, Mike, Shocker, and them. Then I met Bobby Garcia because through Mr. Cheeks. Then I did my interview with Mr. Cheeks out in Jersey. Um, and then an interview that I really don't want to mention because he claimed something that he shouldn't be. So,
Oh, homeboy. You know what I'm saying? He's a clown. I don't know him.
yeah,
Some of my people know him, but it's you know, what I don't get is how people like interview him and believe his story when our story is so well documented.
yeah,
So how would you, okay? So then, how come he wasn't in the federal system when we went through the federal trial? Where was he at? If he's the everyone from my street team dudes, everyone got locked up.
yeah, which was seen
It
that.
wasn't just me. It just wasn't me and Earth.
Yeah, because I seen it on, I was watching the documentary, when they had it on,
Yeah, where's he at in the documentary? How
yeah,
you the president of something and you man? He's a clown. He's a bozo, man. He's
yeah,
fucking president.
like, it was like with him when I met him, because the reason when I met him through like we was working with Mr. Cheeks. So I figured that he had some connection. So I really didn't put the two and two together because he was like, oh, "I'm former president of Murda Inc." I was like, "Oh, that's probably why you got all these connections with Mama Jones and Mr. Cheeks." And Mr. Cheeks really never
Now, a
said
lot of
anything
people
about it.
came. A lot of people came at me about him. And again, what am I supposed to pursue him? Like a
Yeah,
lie is a lie. You can't
yeah,
make a lie. You can't make a lie in the truth.
nope,
It'll
nope,
never turn out. So at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck.
yeah,
Anyone can say whatever they want,
yeah,
but as a journalist, if you're really about your work, you're supposed to prove out shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. Everyone starts podcasts, but they're really not understanding what their real obligation is as far as reporting information.
Yeah.
They should prove it out.
Yeah.
I challenge anyone when I talk, prove it out. Prove me to be lying about something, and that's cool. I'm good, but I don't sit on that.
Yeah.
I stand on real shit, and that's the reality. Again, you talking to Chris Gotti. Irv is my brother, my little brother I raised, and we built that business. So there's nobody else involved but me or Irv.
Yeah, it was crazy because like
you know what?
I don't even know if you could
He's
print
probably
out.
a big fan. He's probably a big fan. He's probably, you know, again, I don't know him. He's probably a big fan, but it's fraudulent. It's like when he's doing interviews and all this type of shit I heard out there on this. No one's calling him on it. It's like they leaving it alone. I'm like, yo, the game's crazy.
Yeah, they like that's why me and him don't talk no more because of the whole situation. And now he's on social media, calling me fake, calling me everything. You know, I was like, it is what it is. I'll say his name, Kal Dawson, but
it's all good. Like I said, I don't know that
crazy.
man. I don't believe I even met him, came across him. I remember faces. So, you know, I know some of my homies said they know who he is.
Yeah, he's from there. He's from Queens. I know he's from Queens.
No, listen,
people
I know
about
people that know him.
Yeah.
This happened years ago. So he's been rocking for years with this bullshit.
Yeah, he's still doing it now because it's on his
At the end of the day, at the end of the day, like I said, I don't give a fuck what a nigga do.
You're doing your own thing.
So. But I expect people that's actually interviewing or talking to this nigga to be like, where was you at? It's all fraud, and expose him right there.
Yeah, because what he told me when we went into it, he pulled up some letter from the Senate. And I was like, that could probably be made up. And saying he's part of Murda Inc. And then he said he did 10 years because he was locked up behind Supreme Court stuff.
You know what else I learned, especially from the trial? All these people that came on the stand to talk about me and my brother, we didn't even know them because they was trying to save their own ass, right?
Yeah.
These snitch ass niggas. Now, I'm not like, but they would present all this false information like it's real. So he's cut from that cloth. I don't know if he's a snitch or not, or if he's working with the government or not. But at the end of the day, I don't know what type of nigga would create all these lies like it's some real shit. And believe it, unless he has like mental issues, could be, I don't know. The nigga that brought the whole trial up, a guy named Donnell Nichols from Brooklyn. This nigga was a compulsive liar. And when he told the feds everything, they bought it hook, line, and sinker. They believed everything he said. That's how bad they wanted to get at niggas. But it's all good. Like, you can't make a lie into truth.
And y'all still solid anyway. So
yeah, but I don't know. Look. There's billions of people in this world. I don't know all of these motherfuckers, and nor do I care.
No one knows everybody.
Right? But at the end of the day, I can't stop anyone from saying or doing whatever they want. So he's producing shit like he's going far to pretend like he's been part of Murda Inc.
Yeah, he's gone pretty far because it's 2023.
He might be infatuated with niggas or something, man. He might have some type of other infatuations that I don't want to know about.
Yeah, I did. It's not, I don't know. But
I'm all good with it. Whatever he doing, like, you know what I'm saying? Just stay the fuck out of the way, man. Do whatever. You know, I can't stop nobody.
Yep.
You can't stop niggas from doing what they doing.
They just do what they do.
You know what I'm saying? But I expect people that interview or talk to him to expose him more so than me. Yeah. I shouldn't have to do that. I shouldn't have to come chase. Like, why are you saying that? What kind of child shit is that? I'm a grown ass fucking man, yo.
Yeah.
And I'm not with that sucker shit. That sound like nothing but sucker shit. And if niggas want to perpetuate and let it live, so be it. Keep your sucker ass shit away from me.
Yeah, when you do an interview, you wanna, if they say they're part of something and you can't find them anywhere, you need to get some sort of answers out of them. Why you coming up with this?
Niggas came at me before, because like I said, this is years. This ain't new.
Yeah.
And man, niggas came at me, asked me about that fuck nigga and all of that shit. I'm like, man, clown.
Yeah.
Bozo.
But we'll go get away from him. Let's go back to you and everything. Um, besides Adventure Music and Clash TV, and I know you just finished the tour and everything. Any other tours coming up anytime soon that we
Top of
should
the
be
year,
looking out for?
top of the year, we're going out West Coast. I'm starting out in Vegas and coming all the way back to New York. But I'm gonna hit all the West Coast shit. I'm gonna hit LA crazy, all that California from San Francisco to Oakland. I'm gonna go up in Seattle, Portland. I'm gonna hit all of those cities. So if you're a promoter and you hear about this now, DM me or Dex Diamond on our Instagram to lock in so we can get the right venues in those cities and we'll pull up in your city.
All right. And anything in any other parts of the South anytime soon? I know I didn't see you hit Georgia, Texas, Louisiana, any other
No,
part.
we hit Georgia.
I probably
Atlanta's one
missed
of
it.
my spots.
I probably
So
missed it.
I hit Atlanta one of the most times in Texas. That's a far run, but I definitely hit Houston or Austin. I do South by Southwest every year.
Okay.
In Austin. So, I gotta hit Dallas. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm out there as well. Even New Orleans, I hit all of that shit already.
Yeah.
And all the middle of the country, Chicago. I haven't hit Detroit. I gotta get out to Detroit. They've been calling for me to come out crazy. So Detroit's definitely on the list. Shout out Southwest T. He home, you know what I'm saying? BMF, that's the homie. That nigga's home. Shout that nigga out. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely gotta pull up on them niggas and just break bread with him and just, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I need to catch up when y'all come back to Georgia, but I could go to any state if I catch up with you. One of those states, check it out, and um, good to bring out the other artists I know to the seminar to get some good information and everything from you.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely swing people for your way for the Adventures Music. Sounds like a great platform.
It absolutely for the people. Every time I leave, all the artists, every time has been over ecstatic about the opportunity that exists.
That's great. And then you still collaborate with people for like Ja Rule, I know Irv's your brother. You still working stuff with them,
Ja
or is
Rules,
everybody doing their
everyone is
own
still
thing?
everybody that's with Murda Inc. is still family. I
Okay.
have no problem with none of them. Ashanti's my little sis. That's
hmm
Bon Bon. We good.
hmm
Ja, everybody, family. That's my brother. Ja's my brother. Like, his walk through this music industry is bar none one of the illest walks by any artist ever.
Yeah.
He deserves everything he's getting and more.
Yeah, and I see he doing this thing. He got that icon on there and he's
Icon
doing
just
that.
went up. He had Rakim perform last
Yeah.
night with the iconic event. I was on the road. I wish I could have been there, man. I was so mad I couldn't be there because Rakim is one of my favorites.
Yes.
But shout out Ja Rule and everything he's doing, man.
Yep. Then I know Irv got his Tails out, the show. Yeah.
Tales is doing great. Number one show in this time slot. Grown. We got the Tales movie coming out. You know what I'm saying? All of those things is happening. So it's pretty strong, man. Irv is killing it. He got another company's involved called Monetize, which is like a Netflix that's huge. Again, we just moving, man. We working.
And if someone wanted to get, like, just to give some information nowadays with the information age, as an artist, besides the marketing, I know that's a big thing. How would an artist this day and age get noticed? Because I know I heard you do the interview with I think it was someone in Charlotte, and most of the time it's by word of mouth rather than
Well,
an
yeah,
artist just saying I'm great. Because like you said, everybody's going to say they're great. I was watching that little interview on that. But it's a good way for an artist if you give them an advice to get noticed, to really stand out from the crowd. Besides being lyrically talented, I know there's other stuff that goes into it.
listen, you have to work your ass off as an artist. You're competing. I just told you 100,000 uploads into Spotify only every
Yeah,
fucking day.
it's crazy. So
Think
like,
about that amount of volume of music, and man, you have to fucking work your ass off to be seen and heard. You have the phone. If you don't have money, you have a phone in your hand. If you have a phone, you better get to work. There's nothing that's cost any money. You could be working on the phone, emailing, DMing, posting for free. It's just your energy and effort. That's all it is.
yep.
It's not about money. And if you're not working that angle as an independent artist, then you expect a miracle to happen. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Just like I tell artists, hit up these events. Even if you have to pay to get in, network with people, get with the DJs, the radio hosts, the blogs. Even giving your music to the DJs, emailing them, trying to get these artists to do that posting. I was like, you need to have more of a presence on social media this day and age. So I've been telling these artists that some do it, some think
Well,
it's nothing
you
to
eat
get
what
by.
you kill.
Yep.
You eat what you kill. Everyone wants to go viral.
Hmm.
Everyone wants to go viral. Everyone wants these opportunities and things of that nature, but they don't want to really work for it. They just want it to happen. And I don't know how to make God reach down and touch your way.
Yeah, definitely understand that. And
I know what work gets you, and I know what quality gets you when you put in that work and quality. And timing is everything. Meaning you could have the best record today, and people ain't ready for it because they busy on this Drake album that just
yeah,
dropped, or this Little Baby album, or this Dirk album. They listening to that, and they
it
not
already changed.
focused on something yet. You got to know that window and when to get in that window and how.
Mm.
And that comes from consistency. People say, "Oh, he got lucky." Lucky is because you're consistent.
Yes.
It's not because you're sitting your ass at home doing nothing.
Yeah,
You
you got
got
to
to
be
be
consistent.
proactive, and you got to be prepared for the opportunity when it presents itself. And that's what they call luck.
Yeah.
He got lucky. No, he was ready for that opportunity when it came. So
Mm-hmm.
you got to be working and be on your grind at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Keep sharpening that knife, because you never know when you're going to be able to poke that motherfucker.
Yeah. And say someone wanted. I know you got your own showcase going on. Do you ever have other artists come out and perform while you're doing the music stream showcase, or
When you
do,
say other artists, like, what do you mean?
like, say you go to another state and you travel the state where you with the artists and the people who actually on tour with you, and say some artists wanted to showcase their talent for you while you're in their state.
Yeah, that's why I pull up.
That's why you pull
I
up,
do.
and
I
then
go to
they,
your city because I want you to pop out from your city.
yeah, and that way you
And,
could,
and then I got artists that follow me on my tour that are members, or they just love to be able to perform, and they come from other places to come perform,
hmm
from different cities to come and perform on my stage. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The stage is open. Whoever wants to put up and get in front of people and get that exposure. We get a ton of exposure because I film and promote everything. You'll see the live stream. This whole tour, we live streamed it with Clash TV, so you're worldwide in all of their audience.
hmm
So you're really getting a full exposure. It's not about, there's only 150, 250 people in the room.
they're
It's
everywhere.
about it's exactly. I don't care if there was one person in the room. I try to explain this. If I have a stream that gets you 50,000 people watching it, you just performed inside of a stadium,
Yep,
right?
you just
And
did.
you're a little John Doe, and that's what I do for these artists, and they just don't get it
Mm-hmm.
because they don't see the people. But that's really the equivalent, and it's like, I try to explain it, but hopefully it's penetrating. But that's really the equivalent of what I'm talking about. Even though I put 1,000 people in the fuck it, don't 1,000 people. These little bitch ass artists can't fucking put 1,000 people in the room, and they don't understand that that's what I'm doing for them.
Yeah, most people can't
And
even
I'm
put
putting up,
five or
I'm
10.
putting no, on all jokes aside, I'm getting millions of people to see that fucking performance,
Mm-hmm.
and through all the outlets that I push this shit through, and again, for that I should be charging way, way more, and they don't get it. That's what they're getting, and I try to explain it every showcase so they understand. Like,
Yeah.
100 to 250 people, just any city I pull up, that's my number that I'll put in the room, which is a good crowd for these artists. And they all wanted, one of the artists, last one, said she wants to get paid
Mm-hmm.
from, I said, well, how you can get paid and you can't put 10 people in the fucking room to watch you perform?
Yeah.
You want to start getting paid? Bring 15, 20 people to the show that's there, just fans that's coming to see you. Then you got maybe a chance to start building a business. If you can't do that, what you talking about?
True. And
This is business. This ain't nothing else. This is just business. And if people don't understand, it's too bad. Fuck it.
All right. Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
talking real shit. I don't know what land they living in.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have like gonna get this so like to start begin to end this. So how would people be able to reach out to you to get with this platform, contact you? Is it through social media,
First
email?
things first. First things first. Get on the platform. Sign up. Go to Adventures Music. ADDVENTURES Music MUSIC.com. Sign up. Register. Become a member. Lifetime membership. Lifetime membership. Unlimited releases. You could leave and go to another platform. Come back. You still a member. You good. You don't have to pay another dollar for membership or releasing your music. The
Mhm.
next part is Chris Gotti 187 on Instagram and all social media platforms. So you could DM me. I have a team of people that actually handle my social media, but I do personally look through my shit when I'm free, when I have my free time.
Mhm.
I go through my Instagram DMs and everything. So that's probably the best way to get at.
All right. And it was good talking to you. I'm definitely going to catch up with you at one of these streaming events. Make sure I
Yeah,
send people your way to add Ventures Music. I already follow
yeah,
you on I already follow you on Instagram.
that's
So
what's up.
definitely thank you for coming through with
Yeah, no
2B2PTV
doubt. I
and
appreciate it,
everything.
man.
And I'll stay in contact with you. Definitely want to get on that adventures.com. I'm going to send artists your way, have them sign up and everything. And
You definitely
maybe
got that Boston accent. I tell you
yeah.
that.
And hopefully we
That
catch up
Boston.
hopefully we catch up in person one day and be able to network in person.
All right, yeah.
All right, thank you.
All right, one.
Later.